and welcome to the Power Circuit, a program of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN. This is where we bring you the latest updates, milestones and scorecards from the Nigerian electricity supply industry, NESI. I'm your host, Amara Agugesi. We will start by bringing you a report on commitments by the West African Power Pool WAP to complete the 675-kilometer long 330 kilovolts North Core transmission project. The next report focuses on the sensitization of substation operators and system operators across transmission substations in the Lagos region by the management of TCN and NISO. Get the details shortly. In the interview segment, we have Dr. Tom Inugonum, the General Manager, Transmission at the Enugu region of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN. He will be speaking about why critical reforms in the region, which are still ongoing, have enhanced the electricity transmission capacity of the Enugu region. The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, Engineer Dr. Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz, has reiterated a commitment to collaborate with the West African Power Pool WAP to facilitate the completion of the WAP North Core transmission project.
The TCN head, who is also the chairman of the board of directors of the West African Power Pool WAP, gave the commitment when he received a delegation from the Joint Supervision Mission of Donors for the WAP North Core project on a courtesy visit to his office in Abuja. Engineer Abdulaziz, who received the visiting delegation along with his management team members, welcomed them as he noted that there are greater efforts to ensure the project is delivered despite security challenges.
So you are welcome, TCN. I'm here with my team to see the issues you have. I know you have a lot of issues, the one we can address or the one we can give advice. So we'll patiently listen to you and we'll try to see if we can get a solution. Thank you very much. You are welcome.
The World Bank Senior Energy Specialist, Mr. Emmanuel Pai, said the purpose of the visit was to update TCN on the progress of the project, which he said was at a critical stage of completion, and to solicit TCN's support.
We wanted to bring those two issues to your attention, and I will stop here. Maybe colleagues want to add, and also it would be good that the director, my lady, also adds to what I've said. But we are in a crucial phase of the project now.
The WAP North Core is a 330 kV interconnection project for Nigeria, Niger, Benin, Togo, and Burkina Faso, with a 675-kilometer electricity transmission line, which is 70% complete.
We are hoping that the security situations is going to be better. And as you have mentioned, sir, Transrail, I think for now they have enough protection to go out to site. And they have been in Nigeria for a long time, and they know the train very well. I will also talk to them because I know them. We'll make sure that they go back to site. Because this project, you can't do one leg and leave the other leg. It will not work. So it's something that it has to be done from A to Z. We'll do our best, we'll talk to them, we'll convince them. Unfortunately, the general manager's country, she's not there. She could have explained more. She is doing the collaboration TCN is doing with all the security organizations, the NSA, the DSS, the civil defense, the police, all what we are doing to make sure that this project becomes a reality.
The West African Power Pool WAP is not relenting in delivering a major power transmission interconnection project across Nigeria and other countries. This goal was re-echoed earlier at the 6th Joint Technical and Financial Supervision TFS meeting of the WAP North Core project.
The meeting in Abuja had in attendance donor agencies like the World Bank, African Development Bank, and other stakeholders. It is to enable participants to deliberate on strategies to accelerate the delivery of the North Core Transmission Project that will interconnect Nigeria with the Niger Republic, Burkina Faso, and other countries. Addressing the dignitaries, the chairman of the West African Power Pool WAP Board of Directors, Engineer Dr. Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz, noted the immense work that had gone into the project. Engineer Abdulaziz, who is also the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, urged donor agencies and stakeholders to sustain their commitments towards realizing the goal of delivering the North Core project. Participants also had the opportunity to appraise the status of the progress of the North Core project, identify challenges, and propose solutions to ensure seamless completion of the 330 kV North Core interconnection project connecting Benin, Burkina Faso, Niger, Nigeria, and Togo.
The power circuit continues after this break. Don't go away.
Guys, I have a business that can change our lives.
Business?
Business that can change our lives.
Guys, if money is involved,
Take it.
but you don't know the kind of business.
Business is business.
Okay, my guy. Masu. Let's finish this game.
Real money. And there's a big market for it.
Wait, is it vandalism that you have brought me here to do?
Yes!
Something that can take me to jail. Something that can destroy our economy and spoil what the government wants to achieve.
Real money.
I can't. See this man. I can't.
Even you.
Shut up your mouth. I will never go to jail. Vandalism. God forbid.
I beg you. Please, Oga, I beg you. I beg you. This is the handwork of the devil. Please.
Be part of our economic growth. Do not destroy electricity power installations. Do not destroy government effort to provide electricity for all. Report any suspicious person found stealing or loitering around power installations to any security operatives close to you or to the nearest transmission company of Nigeria office.
This message is brought to you by the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, transmitting electricity in the most efficient and effective manner.
In continuation of the intentional actions to enhance the capacity of transmission operators, the Transmission Company of Nigeria (TCN) and the Nigerian Independent System Operator (NISO) have held a joint sensitization program system and transmission substation operators in the Lagos transmission region.
The sensitization program focused on the need for staff of the two companies to apply standard operating procedures (SOP) in discharging their duties to avoid conflict of interest, as well as applications of service level agreement (SLA) on issues of attribution, among others.
I want to thank the management of NISO for this wonderful program, because we're in the transition period. At the same time, I will appeal to the management of NISO that the collaboration we've been enjoying from NISO staff in Lagos, I want it to continue, because going by the number of TSO sent to TSP, there's no way we can cope. So for now, the delineation should be suspended. They should still be working together, because we all know that the grid, 30 to 40% of what is in the grid is owned by Lagos. and we don't want issue, and that's why I'm appealing.
The Managing Director of NISO, Engineer Abdul Mohammed Bello, spoke on the strategic plan of the company and how it will impact services in the Nigerian electricity supply industry.
My colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, just as has been said, NISO, TCN, TSP are one and the same. The grid is one, and our goals are the same. Our objectives are the same. To keep the grid in a reliable and stable condition.
Also in her address, Executive Director System Operations at NISO, Engineer Nafisatu Asabe Ale, noted the significance of the sensitization program.
We especially welcome you to this program, the SOP SLA sensitization program, which has become necessary as a consequence of the unbundling of the TCN.
The General Manager Operations at TCN, Engineer Godwin Agui, urged the participants to be well aware of all standard operating procedures and the ongoing implementation of the service level agreement with distribution companies and generation companies to promote efficient services.
You are the best and the most valuable asset that we have, these operators, because the grid is still being operated manually and visibility is not too much. Thank God for the effort of both TCN management and NISO management. IOG is helping, SCADA is coming, other things are coming, but they are limited. So whether we like it or not, the operators are the most important people on the grid. And I will urge you to continue giving your best, because this separation, as the ED has rightly highlighted, is to make us better. It's not actually to make us to lose focus.
Other officials of TCN and NISO made presentations at the workshop to prime the substation operators and system operators on imbibing best practices in their career pathways.
It's time for the interview segment of the Power Circuit. Today we have with us Dr. Tom Inugunum. He is the General Manager, Transmission at the Enugu region of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN. He will be speaking about why critical reforms in the region, which are still ongoing, have enhanced the electricity transmission capacity of the Enugu region. What is the coverage of this region in terms of substations and bulk power wheeling capacity?
It covers about 6 states. In Anambra, you have Onitsha, which is the main hub, where we have up to 2 or 3 by 150 MVA, and we're still expanding. And each of those 150 MVA is 120 megawatts. So if you have 3, we are talking of 360 megawatts. If you leave Onitsha, because I'm going to touch the 330 kV stations, you come to New Haven, you have the same thing here, almost 4 by 150. And 4 by 150 is 600 MVA, multiplied by 0.8. That will give you 480 megawatts bulk power in New Haven. When you go to Ugaj, you have 150 MVA there, which is 120. You add 120, that brings it to 600 megawatts. We have 2 330 kVs here. When we go to Ape, we have almost 2 by 150 at the inception, which is the same thing as 240 megawatts. Then at Asaba, you have a similar thing. We have a work center at Asaba. So if you look at it, we are almost talking about 1,000 megawatts. That's 1 gigawatt. in Enugu region as a whole. I don't even go down to the 132 because they derive their power from 330. It is what you have at 330 you use to determine what you can step down. So let us say we have about 1 gigawatt controlled in Enugu region.
What are the key projects executed recently in this region?
The key projects is they looked at the stations and increased the power that we're supposed to have from injecting new transformers. But presently we have about 4 by 150 MVA. So you can see it is 50%, 100% doubled, which is we have 240 megawatts added to what you used to have.
What is the nature of the ongoing projects in the region?
I told you about the one from Onitsha to Aloji double circuit line, 330 kV, handled by North China, still ongoing. We are talking of the 9th mile substation that has been completed, maybe 90% completed, but it has not been handed over to us because the line, the 122 kV line from New Haven to 9th mile was stalled because of right-of-way issues. The 9th mile station to stop the vandals, people from vandalizing it. The same issue I have in Amasiri in Ogun State.
Are there challenges affecting smooth operation in the region?
We're supposed to have people that we can ask to help us watch over this line that traverse through their communities. But you can't tell them to help you with empty hand. Even if it is recharge card, or even if it is 20,000 naira or 40 to the community leaders, you give it to them and say, this transmission line traverses through your community. Make sure you assist us when you see any type of vandalization or any movement. Let us know. We drop our numbers. We should have a 33 kV line strung along with our 132 kV line towers, so that in each community that our tower traverses, we can boast that the distribution should pick 33 from that tower. Because they are looking at it, and you're telling us to watch over your tower, yet we don't have light. Why should we watch over your tower? But whereby you know that you have 33 kV transmission distribution line passing through as your tower is traversing their communities, and each of them is taking 500 kVA transformer, you see that they will watch over your infrastructure.
Do you think the current management is doing enough to boost the operational capacity in the region?
The retired personnel should be encouraged to see if they can be helpful in terms of hands-on training for the engineers that you have in the stations. The management should be able to locate some good hands that have retired and make use of them, because their experience was earned. It was not bought. They didn't buy it, they earned it, so it is still with them. They have to dispense that knowledge, and for them to dispense that knowledge, someone has to coordinate it. So the management should do that and see that there is improvement in the system.
It is indeed raining actions at the Transmission Company of Nigeria TCN. You too can be part of the story as you support the protection of critical national infrastructure, especially electricity transmission lines and substations.
my God. What caused this fire? Eh? Hey, God help us. Assuming this thing happened in the night, nobody from this building would have come out alive.
Madam, hey, this is why we have warned landlords not to erect structures under the high voltage lines. If this high voltage line fell on the ground, nothing would have happened. But because this structure has been wrongly erected and the high voltage line fell on it, that is why whatever has happened has happened. We advise landlords to always consult the Transmission Company of Nigeria on their safety compliance on the right of way, so that something like this does not happen again.
Oga, we are talking of burnt house and you are talking of right of way. What is right of way and safety compliance?
Safety compliance simply means before erecting any structure around any electricity tower or line, there are safety distances you must adhere to. These safety distances are 25 meters on both sides of the electric tower in the case of a 330 kV, 15 meters on both sides of the electric tower in the case of a 132 kV, and 7.5 meters on both sides of the electric tower in the case of a 33/11 kV. These stipulated safety distance instructions are what we call right of way. If these simple, basic safety distances are adhered to, trust me, there will be less loss of property and lives resulting from cut transmission lines.
Visit Transmission Company of Nigeria office nearest to you for your safety regulations before erecting structures. Let us save lives and properties and build a stronger Nigeria. This message is from the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, transmitting electricity in the most efficient and effective manner.
Here is a highlight of the reports we brought to you. We started by bringing you a report on commitments by the West African Power Pool WAP to complete the 675-kilometer long 330 kilovolt North Core transmission project. The next report was on the sensitization of substation operators and system operators across transmission substations in the Lagos region by TCN and NISO. And in the interview segment, we had Dr. Tom Inugonum, the General Manager, Transmission at the Enugu region of TCN. He spoke about why critical reforms in the region, which are still ongoing, have enhanced the electricity transmission capacity across the Enugu region. The officials of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, are delighted to have you watch the power circuits always. Kindly keep a date with the power circuits so that you can get greater insight into Nigeria's power sector. Stay connected by visiting TCN's official YouTube channel at TCN_Nigeria and by following and engaging with TCN across all social media platforms on Facebook, Transmission Company of Nigeria. For LinkedIn, it is the Transmission Company of Nigeria. On X at TCN_Nigeria. While for Instagram, it is at TCN_Nigeria. Your feedback and observations are well appreciated. Please keep them coming as you send them to affairs.public@tcn.org.ng. For more information on TCN's projects and activities, visit the TCN website at www.tcn.org.ng or stay informed through the dedicated news platform www.tcnnews.ng, designed to keep you up to date with developments in the Nigeria's power sector. TCN also urges you to support efforts against vandalism of transmission lines, towers and substations in your area. Please report any suspicious activity to TCN officials or the nearest security agency. I'm your host, Amara Agugesi. Thank you for today and see you next week.